Who here who cannot sit still without their phones? Who here can't go for a walk or a jog or do their exercise without earphones on, without playing music? Who here can't spend their alone time without listening to a podcast, reading a book, or doing something that is productive? Who here, when they can't sleep, reaches for their phone, scrolls and scrolls under 3 a.m., then wonders why they're still awake? Have you ever noticed that whenever you're in silence, you need to fill it with something? Music, videos, background noises. You find yourself reaching for anything just to distract yourself, to distract the quietness. Even when you're in transit, walking alone, sitting alone, you feel the urge to listen to something, to do something. But have you ever asked yourself why? Why you can't just be alone with your thoughts? Why does silence feel so uncomfortable? Because deep down, many of us are afraid of our own thoughts. We run from them. We don't value them, or maybe we don't trust them. We don't trust them enough to be alone with them. Sometimes it's because what's live in our mind feels too heavy, too loud, too chaotic for you to handle. I remember when my father once told me he couldn't sleep. My mom said, "It's because you're always on your phone." And he replied, "No, I just use my phone because I can't sleep." But the truth is, he couldn't sleep because of his thoughts. His mind was filled with everything he hadn't done, everything he worried about, everything he couldn't control. He was thinking and not resting. I told him once, maybe you need to learn how to meditate, not in a cliche, cross legged, deep breathing way people usually think, but in the truest sense to sit with yourself, to listen to your body, to observe your thoughts, how they move, how you think of your thoughts, how they form, how they feel, to be comfortable with your own mind. He said, "Oh, I can't because when I'm not doing anything, I start thinking about all my problems." And that's it. That is the problem. That's the problem most of us have. We are not living, we are surviving. Our nervous system is always in the fight mode, always on alert. If I stop doing things, I'll fail. If I rest, I fall behind. If I don't control everything, I will lose everything. So we keep running. We stay busy. We feel the silence because we don't trust life enough to just be. But here's really what's happening beneath all those noise. You can't be alone with your thoughts because you haven't yet learned to tell which ones are yours, your truth, and which ones come from fear, wounds, or anxiety. You haven't yet separated your truth from your trauma, from your wounds. You can't differentiate your voice from your survival patterns, your intuition from your overthinking. That is why your mind feels unsafe. That is why you feel unsafe with your thoughts. That is why silence feels threatening. Because when you sit in silence, the things you've been avoiding finally come up. And yet, that's exactly where your power begins. The moment you start to observe your thoughts instead of running from them, the moment you just sit, breathe, and watch what your mind is saying without judgment, without bias, that is when you begin to see yourself clearly. That's what it truly means to sit with yourself, to listen to your body, your emotions, your inner dialogues without trying to fix or escape it. To become comfortable with silence, because silence is where your truth speaks. That is self awareness 2.0. It's not just noticing your patterns externally, it's understanding how you think, why you feel, and what your body is trying to say beneath the noise, beneath the distraction. When you finally do that, when you face your silence, when you face your thoughts, you don't just calm your mind, you reclaim it. You reclaim your mind, you reclaim your whole self. You master your inner world so you can finally create the life you truly want from the inside out. I hope this video gave you something real to reflect on, to see yourself a little clearer today. If it did, let me know in the comments. I love to read them. And if this kind of video resonates, I recommend you subscribe. I upload new videos every week. Once again, I'm Joanna Rez. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.